person who is in the as a trader for the past 12 years, and he's going to share with us how this business is transforming his life, and how he is able to travel around the world as well. So let's welcome Brandon here. So it's going to be a short, but at the same time it's going to be a powerful live interview. So you must stay tuned and watch it until the end, because we are going to reveal as well some other important thing as well. So stay tuned, guys. So let's welcome him.
Hey, Marty,
Hello,
how are
Brendan. How
ya?
are you going?
I'm good, man.
Outstanding.
I'm
How are
good.
you?
I'm
That's
great.
great
I'm
and
great.
awesome.
Thanks for having me today.
Well, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thanks for giving your valuable time and your precious time. Of course, I know how busy you are, so to impact and help other people as well in this business. So, yeah, let's start it, Brendan. So, in that case, I would like to start with like it's better you to introduce yourself. As I just given a very short interview at the start, whereas I would like to you to say about your backstory and what was your life like before.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Thanks. First of all, thanks for having me on here today. It's a pleasure to be a part of your little stream here, mate. Awesome. I love what you're doing, and I had you on the other day, and it was awesome to have you on. So happy to return the favour. My name's Brandon Kilty. I was a tradie of 12 years. I worked in construction. I worked in mining, and every single job that I had along the way from leaving school up until now, it sort of had one common denominator, and that was the fact that it couldn't allow me to do the things that I wanted to do in life.
Mm,
Obviously, I've come from a hardworking background. My mum and dad, they're very hard workers, and they've always stuck to the traditional model of saving money for retirement and investing in their house, the big dream, which is no longer really the dream. And I started picking up on this when we went through these testing times through COVID and
mm,
all that. And I was like, something's got to change here. So, yeah, it took me a couple of years to sort of figure out what I wanted to do. But I knew it wasn't being in a trade and banging my head against the wall and working in a space where I didn't have enough sort of leverage to excel in my job. So you look at big when you're in a trade, you get to a point where you can't really advance any further, and a
mm,
lot of the time in those industries, unless you got the same sort of last name or you want to put an extra bit of effort and lose more time, you just sort of can't get anywhere. So yeah,
mm.
I was on probably 120 to 130K a year, and it just wasn't enough for me for the things that I wanted to do moving forward. And I seen the testing times and everything sort of going up, the wages, all that, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have a punt on myself, get into this business that's trending and it's amazing. And yeah, I'm going to give it a real hot crack. So I find myself in Bali now. I'm traveling while building this business, and yeah, really looking forward to scaling it to
Yeah,
some
yeah,
new
yeah.
heights.
So you touch so many important things that most of the people doesn't know about it, because many of us, so like in fact like 3 years before, even in fact I was like that, where we were trained. We can't blame the parents as well, because they have been trained in such a way. So
Yeah,
in that case, we have been trained by the society and by the community to, if you want to make money, you need to work hard for the money. So that's what we have been told. Yeah. So, and you said that, of course, how far in the past 12 years, even though you're making around, you said 120 to 130K per year, right? That's what you mentioned. But
yeah,
you are finding yourself difficult to find a time for yourself to spend the way you want. Yeah.
yeah. Pretty much, man. Pretty much.
So that is the thing. Even in fact, for me, of course, I used to work 60 hours a week. So of course, as I mentioned to you before, like in the last time, of course, it's a highly paid profession, but still, I was hardly finding time to be with my family, because family is the main important thing, and I was hardly finding time for myself to be myself first of all. So that is why we jumped onto this business. So tell me now, like, of course, since you had that kind of struggle, even though you were earning pretty much on a scale of 120 to 130K per year. So where you're finding in struggling with the time, tell me now how the life is now when compared to the life it was before with this business.
Yeah, so my life before, I guess, I was sort of just scratching away, just like trying to find something, and I was just not happy. I wasn't in a place that I wanted to be, and I sort of resorted back to going out partying, taking
Mm,
illicit drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, because that's what you do when you have nothing else to occupy your time
exactly.
when you're going through your 20s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll never sort of take back what I'd done because it's made me the person I am now. But yeah, I really just wanted to move forward and do something big with my life because I just felt so stagnant. I felt like I was stuck in the mud in a sense.
Ah,
And yeah, I just felt like I wasn't going anywhere. And you talk about how you wanted to build something for your family, and
mm,
that was a powerful position that I found my mindset in. It was that I didn't want to get to 10 years down the road or 5 years down the road and be working these 60-hour weeks or 70-hour weeks and, having a broken down relationship with my partner because you're coming home and maybe in the future I'm going to have a baby or something like that. And then I'm coming home from a 70-hour week and she's handing me the baby. And it's just like a miscommunication or whatever. But
yeah.
I'm preparing for the future now. So basically, the change now was me being able to make a fully. It was probably the biggest decision that I've ever made in my life, really. So,
Mm,
a massive, powerful decision for myself to actually get out of my job and then start traveling and doing the things that I love. Because before I was going to travel and build this business, I was actually going to travel anyway. So I wanted to put two and two together and really see what I could make. And yeah, I'm having a good time while doing it. I'm learning so much along the way about myself and about this business model and about all these good things that are there for us to learn that are going to equate to who we are later in
mm.
life. And in this digital sort of age, we're learning new skills through this business that are going to be there
Exactly.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Oh my God, you touched so many important things over there because you said that, of course, being an youngster. In fact, I was like that. It means I used to be an alcoholic. I should say that because from Friday night until to some Monday morning, I used to drink a lot. I was a severe alcoholic. I don't know whether I was an alcoholic before, but once after coming out, then only I realized that how far it has affected my time and as well as my effort and my potential. And similarly for you to, like, you openly share that how you are under drugs. Of course, that's what, like, the society is. It is easy to stay distracted with this modern society, with the
Yeah.
fast-paced society. We just get distracted by so much of external noises, and we have money, and with this limited amount of time, what we do, we just go for this any kind of instant gratification, instant pleasure, and we lose ourselves. And for you, of course, you lost around 12 years of your time. It's not that actually I should say lost, you learned across, because you mentioned
Yeah.
also that you felt yourself that you are staying stagnant. That's a powerful word. Stagnancy is nothing but dying, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in fact, professionally I was shining, but at the same point of time, for the life, in the life I was stagnant for nearly 23 years. So so professionally I was going great, and it's upgrading, and each and everything is happening. But for the life, and to develop the life, no, it is not actually. It is not serving me anymore. And also you mentioned that, like, now you are traveling around, and you're like, that's what is it your passion to travel around the world as well?
It's always been a passion of mine to travel,
Mm,
but obviously I restrained myself to the 4 weeks of holidays that I'd have a year, and I was a pretty good worker, and I thought that my sole intention was to work for money, and yeah,
mm,
that's why I haven't traveled the world and that because I just got
mm.
preoccupied working all the time and stuff like that. But now I've taken
Eh,
it upon myself. It's really what I want to do. I want to travel, so.
yeah, it's quite interesting and also alarming to see that how far we have been told to work for money, trading a time for money. But at the same time, what we have is a limited time. Once we lost is lost. Why we can't save the time? We can save the money, or we can spend the money, or we can earn the money. But at the same point of time, the time once lost is lost. You can't get back the 12 years. I can't get back the 23 years which I lost back there. Whereas at least now, after we realizing, we need to step ahead forward to see what the best we can do year after, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
it's
I'm going to ask you for. Hey, you about to say something?
Yeah, it's just crazy because these days it's like we're trading more time for money. You know what I mean?
Mm,
It's I don't think
mm.
it's ever been like this. Like no one should be having them work 70-hour weeks and stuff, and there are options out there. But yeah, it's crazy that we're actually thinking that we need to fucking do this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly, exactly. The reason because of course cost of living is not equivalent to what we can earn in the job. So it's the cost of living is always higher when compared to the job earning or the increment or whatever. So so in that
yeah,
case, we have been told, "Oh, okay, if it is so, you need to do overtime." Of course, I did that too. Okay, so overtime, and then you need to work hard for money all the time. All right. We have done for 20+ years, and you are done for 10 means almost more than a decade, and where it is going to go even after 10 years, as you said before, even after 10 years it's not going to change, it's going to get worse. Yeah.
100%. Yeah,
And it leads to, as one thing very importantly you may mention, that it leads to emotional factors as well. It affects the relationship as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All
Yeah.
different types of stresses, anxieties, depressions, all
Mm,
that sort of stuff. Yeah, it comes from
mm.
being overloaded, overworked, and that wasn't somewhere I wanted to be.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So it's quite interesting. Not only interesting. It's quite good to say they see this. Like even you are, of course, you are in 30s. Of course, it's you have foresee that kind of like impact, how it's going to affect your, not only your health but also your emotional relationship with your partner or with your kids as well. So that's great. And now you join in this business and you can see that of course how far it has transformed your life. So tell me now, like being in this business, how far the global supportive community is helping you to completely change your life.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's obviously the main factor because I come into this business. Everyone comes into this business, and you couldn't. I'd probably speak for myself here. I couldn't
Hmm.
come into this business and do what I'm doing without the support and the mentorship that I've been provided. Like, I find
Hmm.
myself some days just scratching myself at the things that I've learned or the things I'm doing. Sometimes I don't give myself enough. Credit for what I'm doing, but obviously the mentorships and stuff that I've been provided and everyone else has been provided is a pivotal factor to success or ongoing success. Because people who leverage the mentorship, it doesn't matter if you're high up or whatever. There's always someone higher than you to learn off, and I think that's the power of this. You're never alone. So we got $1 million business model plus everything to make it work. So you're
Hmm.
really your own sort of failure if you don't make this work. So that's why I'm working so hard and using the mentorships and stuff like that to be able to get myself in a better position going
Uh,
forward in life. So yeah,
hmm.
mentorships play a massive role here, Marty. I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even I found myself that I became truly me once after entering into the business. Before
Yeah.
3 years, I was actually serving for someone, but at the same point of time, I was losing me. I was detaching myself from the person who I want to be. It means that I can't say that I'm so authentic and truthful to myself. Of course, I'm so honest to the job, but for myself, I wasn't. I was hardly finding time to have a self care or self love or any credit to take it to me. So whereas once after being in the business, like with the mentorship and with the global supportive community, that's a beautiful thing because we always say that you are the one among five people you're around with. So in that case, the supportive community around us which made us to think that you should come first, you should be authentic, you should be honest, and in fact we are getting paid for being authentic and true for ourselves, right? How amazing it is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's great, that's great. And so in that case, I would like to ask you this. Now you are in this business, now you have changed your life and it's going in a way. So I would like to ask you that, like, if your person is still thinking about whether this business is good or not, whether it can change my life or not, how far it's going to be genuine with this business. So, what you want to say to them?
That's a good question. I love this one because obviously from where I've come from, I wasn't really, I don't know, I wasn't good in school or anything like that. But I always had ambitions. I always wanted to do something. And
Mm,
I had this thing called fear. It hung over me for so long, and
mm,
all it done was suffocate me. So if you're feeling like that right now, and you're looking out for something to do with yourself that's going to benefit your future and put you in a good stead moving forward, something that can seriously develop more time freedom and flexibility in your life, the only thing to do is to dive in, fail forward, and just
obviously.
let the rest pan out. Because as long as you're putting in the work for yourself, then you're always going to be moving forward. and you're going to get there eventually. So this model can put you years ahead. I spoke about it the other day. I said that like obviously you can work for 35 years, or you can do this for 5 years and put all your time into it and really narrow that gap between retirement and your time right now, and free up all that
Mm.
time to do what you want and spend time with your kids and travel, whatever it may be. So yeah, just don't sit on the fence too long, because time is precious and it does run out.
Exactly, exactly. Oh wow, amazingly you said that. Of course, how far the fear is holding you back. It means that of course everyone will. We can't be fearless. So one other thing, like I always hear this one: if you are scared to do something, then only it means that you must do that. If you are scared to do so something, it means you must do that, because whatever you want is on the other side of that scary part.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing which I learned, and also I'm implementing it on every single day. I should say that. So of course, everyone will be having that. Oh, what if I fail? What if other people think about me? That kind of fear always kicks in, and also fear of success also kicks in as well. And that is why most of the people ended up in being with that. Should say that, like, ended up living with the pain, living with the problems, and get addicted to the struggle because of this fear. So whereas that is where we are here to help with the supportive community to, like, how to overcome the fear, how to get through the fear. And even if you fail, as you mentioned beautifully, that fail forward. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is not going to be easy, but it's going to be simple in such a way that even if you fail forward and learn from the failure and step ahead forward along with the supportive community. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing thing.
I guess if you're not failing forward and you're not doing anything to advance in your life, then if you're staying in that same spot, then you're failing as it is. You know what I mean? You always want to be moving
Yeah,
forward, whether
yeah,
that's failing
exactly.
forward or just learning. Because when you fail, you learn. If you just stand in where you are accustomed to and don't do anything with your life, then that you're going to end up getting to a point where you're 50, 60, and you're going to be thinking I failed. But
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly, exactly. And as of course, like, if you are going to do the same thing and expecting a different result, it's not going to be. It's
yeah,
not going to be, so that is why you need to move ahead. And also, like, everything is risky here. So in that case, if we don't take a risk, it means that we are going to regret for why we haven't taken the risk before.
100%.
So take a calculated risk. And if definitely, like, even if you fail, you, as you said, you fail forward as well. And one thing you mentioned, that also, like, instead of working for 40 years, with this business model we can condense the time just to make it work for within 5 to 10 years, and rest of the life you can live the life of what you want, with the life to the fullest. That can be very well possible here. And we have seen, of course, we both have seen many people in this business who are nailing it within the 5 years or 7 years or 8 years mark onwards, right?
100%. Yeah.
So that gives a certainty to us that even they can do it, why can't we? so so do
Well,
you do you before, yeah, go ahead.
that's the amazing thing, putting yourself in close proximity with the people who have done it. Yeah, I've found
Amazing.
myself surrounded by a whole lot of people who are on the way to achieving this, or they've already achieved legacy, or they've
Mm,
already achieved the 682-2 or 682.
mm,
And it's good to be around, because it's the driving force for me just to go, hey, I need to work
exactly.
more. I need to do this, or I'm in the right scope. This is where I am. I put myself here for this reason. Yeah, so it's positive
Exactly.
to be around.
Exactly. And also, like, as you said, as you touched on the point that proximity is power, that I always believe in that. That's why I always put myself in a situation, as like with you, and also like with other leaders as well, who are in 682-3 2-6. So because they achieve that, when they can achieve it, why not me? Just copy or mimic. It's not like exactly copying it, it's just mimicking of what they have done. And they also given success leaves clues. That's it. Success leave clues. And they have given a blueprint strategy about what to do, what not to do, how to do. What's if we can do it just by the means of what they are sharing, what's the point of what's the point of just being with what we have? Rather, just to move ahead and learn from them. And moreover, we are not going to work for them, because they are creating other leaders. That's it. We are going to create more leaders as well. So the leaders creating more leaders, instead of working for a boss and being as an employee, being as a worker all through their life, rather take this kind of calculated risk and move ahead and be a leader and impact many more as well in this business. So that's what the beauty of this business as well, right?
Yeah,
So that's how we leverage each other. Okay. And one other important thing, I'm going to coming to the point here. Of course, now you touched on so many important things. And we know that we are going to have an upcoming master class by this 29th and the first, that is 2 days master class. Why it is so important for people to jump into this master class?
Yeah, this masterclass is going to be massive. So you're going to be learning about things that you haven't learned about before with money, whether that be in school or whatever else. And yeah, you're going to get a real blueprint as to how this works of seven-figure earners, multiple six-figure earners in the business. And yeah, you're going to be able to find out how 2024 is a great way to actually make that abundant sort of lifestyle and
Hmm.
income that you desire. So yeah, it's a 2 day masterclass. I think it's 90 minutes per day, and you're going to be hearing from, I think it's 5 different people who have made this business happen, and yeah, are scaling to new heights. And yeah, these people want to give you everything that you need to basically achieve what they've
Hmm.
done in their business. And that's the thing, there's no secrets in this business. Everything is shared.
Like a book.
People share their strategies, people share their techniques and how they've made it. And it's like, yeah, you're your own worst enemy if you don't make this happen, I believe. And yeah, that masterclass is going to be a cracker. So if you're looking to find out, this is probably no better time to find out about what we do in the online space. So yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You said. And which business like is educating you upfront, even
yeah,
before you're jumping onto the business? Which business is educating you upfront and showing up all the strategies, showing up all the blueprint stuffs and everything to you, and in fact giving you all the factual information, and also why you need to do the business in 2024? Which business can do that? Every business, of course, you need to invest this much, then only we can show it to you, blah blah blah. But this is the business where this is going to be a free 2 days masterclass,
yeah,
and
yeah,
which is going to show you exactly everything whatever you must know before even jumping onto the business. And it is going to really help a person, for help anyone, whoever is following me or following you, is going to help anyone to make a informed decision whether it's a good fit for them, or this business is a good fit for them, or they are the good fit for this business.
yeah. It's amazing.
And
You get
yeah,
affiliation, community, and you get support. You get people who have done it before you showing you what to do. So yeah, I couldn't
exactly,
recommend it
exactly. And
more.
yeah, yeah. And once if they see, they can't unsee, or once if they learn, they never can unlearn this, actually. Yeah.
100%. That vision's pretty strong, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And moreover, the 3 hours, 90 minutes is going to be 3 hours continuous, like 29th and 1st by 11 a.m. AEST. If it is so, like the 3 hours that they are going to spend, when they put their mind and their action and their soul towards it, it's going to completely change their, not only their life, but also the trajectory of their generations as well. That's it.
100%. Yep.
If they allow us to do that. Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but that's great. So thank you so much, Brandon, for sharing all your insights and the wisdom, and also how it has transformed your life and how you are progressing ahead forward. So in that case, yeah, in that case, guys, if you are following either me or Brandon, reach any one of us, reach Brandon or reach me, whoever that you're resonating to. So in that case, we are here to show you, we are here to, especially like with the upcoming 2 days free masterclass, just get registered with either with me or Brandon. We are here to show you exactly how we are doing, and by means of that we all can succeed together. So thank you, Brandon, thank you so much.
awesome, Matty. Appreciate you for having me on today. And yeah, we'll speak soon. We'll connect.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Just a second.
Okay.